Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 4 of the November daily draws. So as we start the weekend, let's see what message we get, and I'll be taking the first card from the Tarot of the Witch's Garden, followed by an oracle card from the Angels and Ancestors oracle deck. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, so here we go, and today we will go there. And our card today is the King of Cups. Cups again, isn't it? Emotions, subconscious, intuition, spirituality. This is the theme this first week in November. Seems to be this is what we are focusing on. And the King of Cups, beautiful King of Cups here. He's got his cup, he's got his throne, he's got flowers behind him here. So he's got growth, abundance here. He's flourishing, and I think I'm looking for the water. I don't think we can see the sea, but I think the implication is I think it's there. I like to see a bit of water. Because it's cups, it's the King of Cups. It ought to be surrounded by water. It's not the only deck that doesn't do that. There's plenty of other decks. The one we used last week, the Ghost last week. Well, it was last week, but last month, the Ghost Tarot. The King of Cups in that is inside. He's not outside in them. So, but to me, this is he's firm. He's flourishing. He's grounded. He's confident. He does have the cup, so that represents the water element. He has something. There's something there. It might be a pearl or something near. I don't know whether it's fastening in his robe or it's in his hand. It'd be interesting to know that. So I'll have to look that up. And I'm not sure if these are supposed to be clouds at the back, or clouds and a bit of sea waves. But we can imagine that he looks a bit like a Poseidon type figure, doesn't he? He hasn't got his trident, but he looks that kind of figure. But anyway, the King of Cups. What does this mean for us today? What does this mean for us as we start the weekend? And I do like this card. I don't want anyone to think that I don't like this card. I love this card. I think it's beautiful. I get a really good energy from it. And sometimes we don't always get the traditional viewpoint. As I say, this may be a close-up. Of his throne where he's seated. He's usually seated on a block of rock. That's firm, that's stunned, and in the midst of the tossing of the waves or the changing tides, the ebb and flow of the sea, of emotion. And that's the point. The King of Cups is someone that is firmly established, and despite what may be going on around him, despite what may be going on, he's got that inner stillness and that groundedness and firm foundation, so that he doesn't panic. He's in control of his emotions, and that's the thing I feel that this weekend, just to get to that place of stillness, that even if the waters in the external environment outside are a bit choppy, and here in the UK, we've got some choppy waters at the moment on the coastlines and everything because of a storm that we've been having, and choppy waves and the waves, lashing the coastline, and bits of flooding with the rivers rising and things like that. So in the midst of all that, it's having that stillness within. So there may not be stillness without in the externality of things, But inside, the King of Cups, in the midst of that, he's in charge of himself. And that's the thing. That's where his authority, more than this particular king, to me, his realm of authority is not necessarily over the external realms, but the internal, because it's over the subconscious, over the intuition we've been talking about, the emotional response, and he keeps his emotions in check from overwhelming him too much. Yes, he knows about them, he's aware of them, he doesn't block them off. On the contrary, he's very much in touch with his emotions. But he has that rationality of thought to know how to deal with the situations that are evoking those emotions, and that brings him a stillness. It's finding that place of stillness and calm. And that's what we need to be doing. So maybe some time in meditation, whatever it is, just a moment of silencing ourselves, listening to that inner voice again, which ties in with the high priestess which we had, about going inwardly into that intuition. I'm not saying that the king, I'll clarify, I'm not saying that the King of Cups doesn't have any authority over his kingdom in the external realm, but I think his realm is more to do with the inner person. And, and his authority comes from that place of inner authority, that dealing with this inner self. And that's where we've got to be looking today, that this weekend, is keeping a check on our inner life, in our inner self. You see, someone like the King of Wands is passionate and got vision, but he's focused outwardly on achieving something to some degree. So whereas the King of Cups is more perhaps reflective in his authority and focused on that inner life. Let's see what oracle card we quickly get, because I've rambled on quite a lot on that, and I don't want to make this video too long. And we have Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. So we've got the Moon, we've got that intuition again. So maybe the divine masculine can tap into the intuition just as much as the divine feminine that we had with the high priestess. And that side of him, maybe he's going to get his messages from that moon-like intuition. And it's funny because the moon does influence the tides of the sea, so he can get the help to navigate those choppy seas that may be there, while remaining inwardly calm and in control. That is what this is about. So let's seek to do that, do what we need to do to get that inner stillness. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.